Bonjour, mes amis. That thing is hard, huh? And welcome to the Rendezvous, the Cajun radio and TV show, live from the historic theater, Liberty Theater, in downtown Eunice, Louisiana. I'm pleased to announce that we have performing for you this evening, Sheryl Cormier and Cajun Sound. This program, the only one of its kind, is sponsored by the City of Eunice, the Jean Lafitte National Historic Park and Preserve, the St. Landry Parish Tourist Commission, the Cajun French Music Association, John Gilroy Allstate Insurance of Eunice, and the Best Stop Supermarket of Scott, Louisiana. I'm Ray Landry, and I will be your host for this evening. And now, let us give a warm welcome to our first band tonight, actually our only band tonight, Miss Sheryl Cormier and Cajun Sound. The Creole Stomp. Nobody plays it like Cheryl, that's for sure. We actually, Cheryl and I spent most of the day, on était à Lafayette, à la Festival acadien, et créole tout l'après-midi. Laisse-moi dire quelque chose. C'était chaud, et j'ai toujours chaud là-bas. We spent most of the day at the festival in Lafayette today, Cheryl and I. She played there this morning. And I got to tell you, man, it's October. Doesn't anybody know it's supposed to be cool right now? I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you, it was hot. They were selling some beer. And they were selling some ice cream. And they were selling some Cokes. They were selling everything over there. Il y avait du monde à la Gaspé. They had enough people to waste over there. They had so many. So, j'aimerais connaître. I would like to know. Yes, sir. I'm going to introduce the band in a little bit. So, okay, that was yesterday, actually. So, Cheryl, I was just thinking about it a while ago when, Cheryl is one of the only musicians that can play without a song list. One of the things that happens here per stage is that they got to give me a list of the musicians. My memory is the shortest thing on me. And then they give you a list of songs. There's not too many of the bands that can come up there and I can holler out a song and she can play one. So how many songs do you think you know, Sha? Because I know sometimes we, not anymore, not me anymore, but sometimes they got to play a 4-hour gig. 4 hours of playing Cajun music, and one song lasts maybe 3 to 5 minutes. So figure it out for yourself. And they don't play the same song over and over again. So how many, Sha?
Oh, probably 60, 80.
Well,
maybe more.
Yeah, for sure. Because there was something that you did learn that forgot and don't play it anymore, but all somebody got to do is put you in the right key, and we're going to start. Of course. So if you were in and around Lafayette today, last night they had a wonderful celebration about the memory of Dewey Balfour. They did a great show last night about his memory at Festival Acadiens. All his family was there singing his old songs. Beautiful event. If you know anything about me, you know that Dewey Balfour was my mentor. I tried to pattern myself after him and his music. And he's from around here. He's only from probably about 5 miles from here. Put Cajun music and surely put Festivals Acadiens on the map way back in the day. He was one of the organizers there. This is one of the songs that Dewey wrote about being so poor. And his story goes that, when I was a young man and I was good looking, none of the women wanted to have anything to do with me because I didn't have no money. Even though j'étais capable et jolie, I was good looking and I was able to do whatever they wanted to do. And I didn't get into women because I didn't have no money. Later on in life when I made money, and I was still good looking, he said, even though I was older, I didn't have no trouble getting women because they knew I had the money. Go figure. This is the name of the song is called Quand j'étais pauvre, When I Was Poor.
Francis, merci beaucoup.
Connaissez pas. Ça, c'était l'histoire de la vie de Russell Cormier. Huh? That's your life story? That's your life story, buddy? Huh? The only part that's not true is that you don't have a lot of money right now. You're still good looking. So, you know...
that man needs glasses, yo.
Cheryl's been really, really busy, especially this year. Her and I went to Dieppe, New Brunswick, Canada, to the Mercredi show there, and we performed over there. And Janice and I had it rough. We had to spend the rest of the 5 days we were over there with Murray Conk, the Cajun comedian. I never laughed so much. My side is still hurting. The day after, Cheryl and Russell left to go to England and the UK, and they stayed over there for a couple of weeks, and she's been making plans. You know, the Queen is back. She took a sabbatical of about a couple of years not playing, and we're glad to have her back. What do you think, Sheryl Cormier? Huh? OK, mon cher, c'est l'heure pour faire une valse, le monde va danser. Moi, je veux la chatte toute. Ça va travailler, ça? Non? Moi, je veux. La chatte toute. Hela Chatatut. Boy, like that mean. You know, up in Lafayette every Saturday afternoon, there's probably only a couple of Saturday afternoons during the whole year that we don't have a jam session at Vermilionville inside the Performance Center. And Cheryl is gracious enough to come and show her talent and teach her skills to all of the young musicians that come to Vermilionville. Today was one of the only days I didn't have it because the festival's in town, and we probably wouldn't get anyone at Vermilionville if we did have a jam session. She's gracious enough to come almost every Saturday. We've been Cheryl and I has been together for musically, I guess, for about 3 or 4 years. Be careful, Ray. Musically, for about 4 years, we did a CD. Actually, I invited her to, excuse me, participate in a CD that I was doing, something called Mes racines Cajuns sont creux. My Cajun roots are deep, and I'm pretty sure I can say that about all of the first 4 rows, just like us. But I would like to encourage you, if you know some musicians, whether they be professional musicians or just beginner musicians, y'all come to Vermilionville. We will accept any level of musician talent at Vermilionville. And trust me, we have some that barely know 2 chords. By that afternoon, they still know 2 chords, but maybe 3 or 4 more. Joy has been there. It's really a nice setting at Vermilionville. It don't get no better than that, to have a jam session at Vermilionville and get a chance to perform with people like Cheryl and all the rest of the musicians that come. Sometimes, folks, we have 50 to 75 musicians attempting to play the same song. I'm saying that in jest, but it's really a great time. So, Moshe, what are we going to play? The old-fashioned 2-step.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
There are different places in Lafayette if you can catch Cheryl if you don't want to go all the way to England to perform to see her perform. I would have liked to have done that, but she plays at Rendez's Cajun Restaurant in Lafayette. She also plays at Pompero's once a month in Brobridge, and then of course she's at the jam session. And she plays at at Vermilionville in the Performance Center on Sundays. You know, they have a dance every Sunday. She plays there as well. Plus all the festivals like today. She's getting really busy, and a little bird told me that she's ready to go into the studio before too long. Did I let the cat out of the bag? I wasn't supposed to say anything about that. But it's something to look forward to. More music from the Queen herself, the Queen of the Cajun accordion. I'm going to after this song here, I'm going to introduce the band. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to introduce the band. I'm joking, Jen. I have an hour just of Jimmy Uze, stuff that I know about him. Not all the stuff I can say, but I know a lot about him.
This is a family thing.
So Cheryl, what we playing, Cheryl? The KLF Huevos.
Thank you.
KLFY Walls. That's what I'm talking about. How many of y'all remember Aldous Roger playing on KLFY TV? It was on Saturday afternoons with Bill Cochran. How many of y'all remember that, really? It might just, probably just me. You folks in the back over there. You know, and I know that every one of you have a favorite program that you watch, that you know that and you tell your kids or your grandkids, don't mess with me while I'm watching that show, whether it's Dancing with the Stars or Dancing with Russell or whatever it is. Well, that show on Saturday afternoon was my mom's favorite. So you wouldn't talk, you wouldn't come in the house, you wouldn't do anything if Aldous Roger and the Lafayette Playboys were playing on Channel 10. That was some of the greatest music ever. I remember the day Aldous Roger wrote that song right there, the KLFY Waltz, and he walked up while he was playing, and he told Bill Cochran, he said, hey, I wrote a song about KLFY TV. And he said, I want to play it right now. And every single musician that I know has been playing that ever since, and beautiful, beautiful music. So I'm going to shut up and
Jimmy knows. Jimmy goes further back than that.
He goes further back than
Yeah,
Channel 10?
he remembers Gilligan's Island.
He was probably on Gilligan's Island.
We have some folks here that I'd like to acknowledge, and of course I want to acknowledge everyone that's here with us tonight. It's a great pleasure to see all of y'all here. But we have some folks staying home from St. Pete's, Florida. Jerry and Lily Carrier. And
Hey, Jerry.
we have Jane McNeil from Boston out here with us, also staying home.
Yeah, il y a du monde qui aime danser. Ça vient loin d'ici. Ça vient ici juste pour danser les festivals. Just pour écouter la musique à Sheryl Cormier.
And we also have some people
They
from
come
Wales.
all the way from where they at. They listen to dance to the festival music. They come every year, and we appreciate those. They probably know more about our culture and our music than you would think. That someone that don't live here knows about Cajun music. Cheryl, I said I was going to introduce the band, but we're going to play another song, and then I'll introduce it right after.
We also have some people from Wales, Owen and Francis from Wales.
Okay, and they're here as well, or
Yeah.
they're here just in Lafayette with you, staying with you?
They stayed home and now they're staying in Lafayette, but
Was that right?
they're from, they're supposed to be in the audience.
That's another thing about Sheryl Cormier. She opens her doors
And we have
to
some
all
people.
of those people.
We have some people from Seattle, where we stayed also, celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. Jean and Paul.
Right. They have so
They
many
own
people.
the upstairs here.
They have so many people staying at Russell and Cheryl's that Russell had to sleep in his go-kart last night. Yeah. While the rest of the people were sleeping in his bed. I guess that's what it is. But he said they're not home that much because they always going to the festivals or going dancing. So what we're going to play, Sha?
That's what makes a Cajun dance.
We played for a political party, and I'm not allowed to say who. But last Tuesday, Cheryl and I had a great time. I met the guy that wrote that song. I didn't know he wrote it. His name is Mac Como. He wrote that song. That's what makes the Cajun dance. C'est ça qui fait le Cajun danser.
Don't be spoiled, t'es au bar pour m'avoir un bon temps. Mets-moi à la barre juste pour boire, pour voir les Cajuns danser. fait le cajun danser. On révise une petite fille, j'ai demandé pour danser. Mes garochers du plancher, brillent à biscuit. Mes amis tapaient, criaient, et moi je m'amusais. Et là j'ai vu, c'est l'accordéon qui fait le cajun danser.
Thank you, dancers.
That's understandable. What makes a Cajun dance is that accordion for sure. That guy all the way over there with that bass guitar on there. We've been lifelong friends, him and I mean it. When we used to play ball together, we used to play, go to the gym together and play a game named volleyball at 4 o'clock in the morning. Every morning we did that. I'm not going to try to explain the game to you. And then we ended up in our golden years playing Cajun music. My friend, all the way from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, Jimmy Uze. Thank you very much, Ray. Listen, I got to tell you, Cheryl recognized his dad this morning at the festival. He's 93 years old. Weston Uze is 93 years old. He's been dancing for longer than we are old. And that's a long time. Of course, we have the, I'm sorry, Cheryl, you want to say something about Weston?
Yeah, I said, when I mentioned his name, I said, Mr. Uze's 93 years old, but he's 93 during the day and 55 at night.
Watch that. Watch that.
Watch it.
And of course, all the way right here to my left, a guy from Texas area, Lake Charles area, West Louisiana or East Texas, Mr. Lane Thibodeau. We had that really good-looking fellow with all the money, with the golden voice, Mr. Russell Cormier Sr. right there. And of course, everybody knows Russell Cormier Jr. on the back of the drums. C'est la manière de les Cajuns pour jouer la musique dans la famille. It's the way of Cajuns. That's why we were raised to, I'm coming, Russ, to play music in the family. So Cheryl and Russell, they've been playing music for a long, long time together. I got to tell you about this next person up here. I say it every time we're together, every time we play together, because I'm so ashamed of what I did many years ago when I was playing, when I was playing with Nokali Young.
With Gina?
Yes. Yes. Well, let me finish my story. It's not really that bad, but it's something I'm ashamed of anyway. Nokali called me and he said, Ray, on va voir une dame pour jouer le violon aujourd'hui. We're going to have a woman playing the fiddle today. And I thought to myself, I told him, I said, Nokali, there's not a woman out there that can play the fiddle good enough for Cajun music. Of course, that was me. And we played, I think it was at Billy's there as we were the first time. And then, I was playing the guitar, and this is what it was for me. Every time she'd take a run on the fiddle, I'd do. Damn, she's good. And we've been friends ever since. She is a life musician. She's still playing. That's what she does for a regular job. That's what she does to pay the bills. She's living up in there and working up in New Orleans and playing Cajun music every day. My friend, Miss Gina Forsythe.
For those of you who don't know, when I formed the all-girls band, Gina was our fiddle player. and she was working in New Orleans at the time, and so with Bruce Degapont, and I called him and I said, I'm looking for a girl fiddler, which I know she plays in your group, and he said, Cheryl, I have just the right one.
And she's still playing with you.
She played with us as long as the girls stayed together, and then she plays when we need her.
Yeah, I've seen her all day at the festival today.
Ben and Gina.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be there tomorrow.
And of course, Cajun Sounds. Cajun Sounds would not be the Cajun Sounds without the leader of the band, inducted into the Living Legend Hall of Fame. She's in the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. She's in the Cajun Culture Hall of Fame. And if you go right down the road right there to the CFMA Hall of Fame, you can read Cheryl's life story right there. Miss Sheryl Cormier. The queen of the Cajun accordion. Let me tell you something, folks. They just didn't call her the queen. She earned that name.
Arthritis.
She earned that name. So what we're going to do, Marsha? I'll tell you what we do. I have a request. We're going to do. I know you want to do it later. I just introduced her to you and told her all her accomplishments that she did. But she's also a songwriter, and she wrote this song, something called La Bouteille.
You know, it's amazing. This afternoon, Court Brion was playing, and we were listening to him. When they finished their set, well, they played La Bouteille, and Russell had the honor of Wayne walking off stage and asked Russell, I'm going to play it in my set. Would you come tonight? Would you come and sing it for us? So I said,
That's a great story.
Wow.
And he came.
Russell was honored.
But he came here with you instead.
That's right.
Without being handsome and famous.
After 50 years, he follows.
There you go.
I figured I'd better follow.
Okay, La Bouteille. Yes, sir. Beautiful song. It's been re-recorded by many artists as well. La Bouteille. You know what I was talking about family a while ago? I'm lucky to have my family members sitting on the front row. My Aunt Clara, right there, and then my cousin Glenda, and my sister Donna, and her husband Dave, and my beautiful wife Janice, right on the front row.
Hi, Ray's family.
Yes, sir. Hi, Ray's family. There's lots of things happening here at the Liberty Theater. Of course, tonight you enjoying that wonderful music of the Queen of the Cajun accordion, Miss Sheryl Cormier and Cajun Sound. On October the 18th here at the Liberty Theater, they're going to have Jackie Collier, Ivy Duga, and Cajun Cousins will be here next Saturday. Yes, sir. On October the 25th, the week after that, Johnny Saunier and the New Cajun Heritage Band will be performing. On November the 1st, you have to put that down in your book. And I'm telling you because I can't even begin to announce how many musicians are going to perform that night, November the 1st. The CFMA, the Cajun French Music Association, who are one of our sponsors here at the Liberty Theater. They also are a sponsor at the jam session at Vermilionville. Some very, very important folks for us. We are going to celebrate 30 years, a 30-year anniversary celebration with many special musical guests here at the Liberty Theater. It's going to be on the 30th at the Liberty Theater right here. I think I might not be a member of the CFMA for 30 years. I might not be a charter member, but I guarantee you that I'm a member for 29 years. And it's an important organization that you as a Cajun need to belong to. We would encourage you to join the CFMA. November the 8th, Brandon Miller and Louisiana Inferno will be providing the music. November the 15th, Harry and Lisa Trohon, father and daughter Cajun Band. November the 22nd, Kevin Nakan and the Austin Playboys will be performing here. And November the 29th, Swamp Pop Night with the Cajun Classics will be performing. I'm pretty sure they made a mistake right here, but it's Al Roger and Louisiana Pride will be on December the 6th, and the Lucky Deuces as well will be performing that night. You know, Al's a friend of ours, Cheryl and I, and he's a drummer, and got his hand caught in the baling machine and lost one of his hands. Terrible, but he's back to playing from what I hear. So we are anxiously awaiting his debut on December the 6th. December the 13th, Forrest Huval and friends with special musical guests. His grandfather, Pope Huval, will be performing with him as well. Pope performed.
I talked to him today.
He performed at Festival Acadian today.
Correct.
Pope did. And of course, on December the 20th and December the 27th, we have no show here. We spend those 2 weeks with our family for the Christmas holidays. So that's the list of bands that's going to be playing for, and actually until January. Russell?
I have I'm first.
Always.
We want to wish our bass player, Jimmy Uze, and his wife, Carla, a happy anniversary, 13 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
Monday.
13 years.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Not
He
anymore.
wants to hear the song, I made a mistake.
Not the one I love.
Là, tu vas commencer une guerre, Russell.
What I was trying to get your attention for, the CFMA was started here in Eunice,
I know.
wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. That's why we're having our 30th anniversary celebration right here. The Hall of Fame is here. That's where it started. Listen, from what I understand, there probably was 18 to 20 charter members that started the CFMA. Two of them actually are park rangers, or two of them were. Claudia Wood is a charter member, and also Vincent Fontenot. They would go to the festivals every weekend and sell memberships to start the CFMA. I don't even know how many members we have now. It's a whole bunch, and they do so much for Cajun music. Last week, they were at the K-Bon party in Rain. They were selling some pork jambalaya in order to make enough money to give to actually to help pay for some of the things that happen in the CFMA and many other things. So we want to thank those guys. And on the 30th, the anniversary celebration right here at the Liberty Theater. So what we singing, Sean?
The bird in the jug.
I'm sorry? I got the world in the jug, Ira Lejeune song.
Le bouchon dans la main, j'ai pris dans la jogue, le bouchon dans la main. Là, le fatigant, mon petit beau avait crevé de la faim. C'est qui moi pour marcher au rang du grand chemin de fer. Dis-moi pour marcher au long du grand chemin de fer. Bâti pour du foin, pour donner à mon niveau. The stopper's in my hand. I'm gonna find my baby, Lord, I'm gonna bring him home. Yeah! Thank you very much.
La jug. I got the world in the jug. Beautiful, beautiful song by Ira Lejeune. He wrote and recorded that some years ago. You know, we've been very fortunate to have some very colorful figures in our politics. We are renowned. We are known all over the world for our colorful politicians here in Louisiana. We're still enjoying some of those folks. Well, there's one of these colorful figures, politicians, Jimmy Davis. We're going to celebrate his life right here at the Liberty Theater on November the 7th at 6:30. It's going to be on a Friday night, a little different from tonight's show. So we want to welcome you from 4 to 5 o'clock. There's going to be a free healthy cooking demonstration at the Jean Lafitte Center. And at 5 o'clock, the Liberty Theater box office and doors open. Tickets are going to be $7. Come and find out about the colorful life of Jimmy Davis, Louisiana's singing governor. And so I wonder if Bobby Jindal could sing some of those songs that Jimmy Davis did. Probably not, but that's okay. You know, y'all sure got a lot of people running for judge here in Eunice. Y'all got more people running for judge in Eunice than I think Lafayette got running for everything over there. So, I'm sorry? You got a lot, Usha. Listen, well, you vote your conscience, I guess, Usha. What are we doing, man?
My rope and my spurs.
Okay, great. I'm honored to do that. A couple of years ago, Cheryl and I were honored by the National Park Service, actually, to participate in a CD, a compilation CD of older musicians with younger musicians, and we recorded that right on this stage here. It's, yeah, we were the old folks on that CD. You can only buy that CD at the Jean Lafitte Center. It's called From One Generation to the Next. Cheryl just asked me to sing that song with her, and I'll be honored to do it. One of the two songs that we've done, something called My Rope and My Spurs, Mon Cab et Mes Éperons.
listen.
Good job,
Yeah,
y'all.
we did that right there, right in the front of her. That's why we did that. It was a wonderful event. I got to check with the boss. When we were asked what other song we wanted to do, naturally, we were in Eunice, so what better song to select than the Eunice two-step? So that is the other song we're doing on that CD. It's like I said, you can only purchase it at the Jean Lafitte Center, and only the federal government can record a CD like that and sell it for $10. You can buy it right next door, any day of the week for $10. They have probably about 30, 35 selections of different Cajun artists featuring older musicians and younger musicians. Cheryl and I was the oldest musician there, and Lil Zach Fusilier was a young one with Mitch Reed, and we were lucky to have those guys with us. So if you get a chance to purchase one of those, I think that you would like it. So we'd like to do something called the Eunice two-step. Qu'on soit marié, c'est cher ici, cher là-bas. Tous les gens de mon bébé, que toi tu m'as mis dedans. Dis-moi tout, on m'a traité, fais des choses que tu mérites pas. Dans les autres et alentours, tu fais trop la canaille.
Yeah.
Toi tu m'as mis dedans, tu m'as tout maltraité, fais des choses que tu mérites pas. Dans les arts et alentours, tu fais trop la canaille. Yes, sir. Sheryl Cormier in Cajun Sound.
How about a big hand for Mr. Ray Landry?
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Woo, throw money.
He's
thank you,
also
Janice.
a great MC. Let me say it's my turn.
Well, I'm sorry?
It's my turn
Your turn for what?
Talk.
to talk.
Okay.
I want to say Ray does a good job as an MC, right?
I'll pay y'all later.
And he is also a good singer. He's also a good dancer.
The guy's got to be good for something.
That's right.
He must be good because he has a lovely wife,
Absolutely. Boy, I'm so proud.
Janice Jones
Yes, sir.
Landry.
Just got married, right?
That don't mean he's good, he just fooled her.
But listen, you know,
We love her.
back in the day, when the life story of Cheryl, I know a whole bunch of things about Cheryl. Some important, some not so important. But way back in the day, while her mom and dad, you know, her mom and dad were Gilbos. That was a family name, and they were musicians as well. They did house dances and things like that. And Cheryl, as a young girl, always wanted to play the accordion, but she knew better than to take the accordion out of the closet where her daddy would see it, and she'd get in all kind of trouble. Her dad had said, "Cheryl, touche pas cet accordion, joue pas ça. Don't play the accordion, whatever you do." But he should have figured that telling Cheryl not to do something was like telling her to go ahead and please do it. While he was working out in the field, whether he was picking cotton or picking corn, whatever he did, she would grab the accordion and she would start playing. And we're so thankful for that, for not listening to her daddy. Once in her life, for not listening to her dad. And that's a result of it, so we can enjoy Sheryl Cormier, the queen of the Cajun accordion, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's really two things, right?
And then later on in life, when she decided, listen, and then they would go to Bork's, and they would go to, what was the club in Breaux Bridge? Harris Lounge and the La Poussière and stuff, and Cheryl and Russell would go to the dance, and then the Cajun musician, the Cajun accordionist knew how good she was. People like Blackie Forestier and all of those guys started inviting her up on stage to play Cajun music until she got so good they were a little ashamed when they had to get back on the accordion. I'm joking about that part, but then she decided one day that she was just going to form her own Cajun band, and she told her husband Russell, we're going to start a Cajun band, and we're going to travel all over the world representing our culture and our music. And that's exactly what she did. She's still actually a licensed beautician. She keeps her license to do hair in case she doesn't want to do music anymore. But that would be a great loss to us. She's been practicing on Russell for about 30 years now. They just celebrated 50 years together as husband and wife.
Thank you all.
And let me tell you something, folks. They say, people who know Cajun musicians say that's impossible for two Cajun musicians to stay together for 50 years. I guess they showed them.
Well, to begin with, when I decided to go play music, Russell was behind me 100%.
And that helped out a lot, for sure.
And it helped. He was always by my side and gave me good advice, which I don't take anymore. No, but Russell has helped me out a lot. And I just say that, and I'm going to say it with a lot of courage, behind a good woman,
That's right.
there's a good man.
Well, that was actually when Cheryl told Russell that she was going to quit hairdressing and go play Cajun music, about half an hour after she picked Russell up off the floor and told him that she was serious, then they went out. How did you really just start out? Did you just how did you get the gig? You just put the word out, or you had?
No, Ray. I was going to the dances around the area, which at the time they had a lot of clubs, and they had Bork's in Lewisburg. They had La Poussière, of course. They had Harry's. They had the Triangle.
Yeah, it's Scott. Yeah.
And I was sitting in with some accordion players that couldn't make it, so they'd call me and ask me to help out with their band at the Triangle. And it was always said, instead of the one that was, the main name for the band that night at the Triangle, they'd say Sheryl Cormier and Friends. So I told Russell one day, I said, I'm tired of that Sheryl Cormier and Friends. I said, how come I don't form my own band? Now you're talking about 35, 40 years ago.
Yeah, so it's Sheryl Cormier and
I mean,
Friends.
maybe not that long, because it sounds like I'd be that old.
Sheryl Cormier and Friends, or Sheryl Cormier and
Yeah, and then,
Cajun
of course, I'm very honored to say that at Borks in Lewisburg, you want to hear my story?
Yeah, they want to hear the story.
We'd go every Saturday, and I lost a brother in a car wreck. And I was kind of like mourning, for a while, and we stopped going to the dances. And so one night I told Russell, I said, look, the past is the past, we go forward. So we started going to Borks in Lewisburg, and Blackie Forrester was playing, so he said, we went with about 30 people one night, and my sister walked up to him, and she said, would you mind if my sister played the accordion? And he said, you always hear all kind of things. And he said, yeah. He said, okay, after a while. So about 11:30, she went up to him again, and she said, look, she said, you told me my sister could play a song on your accordion. You mind if she plays? If you don't, we gone. And he knew we had a big crowd. So he said, your sister really can play the accordion. And this is his exact words. He said, over and over, he said, she should have said better than you. But no, that was going to be very offensive. But needless to say, it started from there, and I was the first lady to get on stage in the clubs and the bar-rooms and play accordion.
Yeah, they were drummers. Yeah.
And thereafter, the people he'd ask me to go every Saturday that he played at Borks, and because it was a drawing card, the people would say, let's go see that lady play the accordion, that girl play the accordion. And so one day he said, one night he said, would you cut a record with my band? And it was the vinyls, the 45s. And I said, yes, of course. He said, I'll furnish you the band, and we'll go to J.D. Miller's in Crowley. And the first 45 I recorded was all on him and his band. And it was the Gilbo Waltz, my maiden name, and the Cheryl Special.
I know you can still you can still hear them two songs on radio stations.
And he's deceased, but he was a great, help for me. Everybody thought he had taught me how to play. No, by no means. My dad played the accordion. My mom played the drums. They had a band. I guess I inherited with God's gift, from the parents, and I took advantage of it.
Oh, sure.
Of course, it helped. He opened the doors for me.
Sure, and we're so blessed to have you around today. So, what are we?
Pardon? I don't remember. I can't remember the Gilbo. Yes, I do. I can play it. I don't know if Russell's going to sing it. I'll try to sing it.
The Gilbo Waltz.
Dans le monde, comment je vais faire, bébé? Il y a le soir, Timon qui m'a quitté. Moi, je sais que je veux pas rêver de toi. sais, dimanche, il m'a quitté, chouette. Moi, je vois pas, ouais, dans le monde, comment il va faire, chouette. Aujourd'hui, bébé, je suis pas tout seul, chouette. Moi, je suis, bébé, pas bon, le monde va faire. Oh, Julie, Gina. It's been so long, that's the first time I played in years.
Ray,
Get boas.
I can see why things that I done 45 years ago, she still don't let me forget it. She's got a memory.
Like an elephant.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Thank you.
Actually, Cheryl's a good singer. You do another one. You do another one. Not the. What's the one you? Huh? You used to call me. I love that one. Janice loved that one as well. You used to call me, Shay. You don't call me no more.
You lost your phone number.
So you gonna do it for us? Let's do it. You used to call me. Janice, you got it. Call me in the morning, you used to call late at night, but now you don't call me anymore. You used to love me in the morning, you used to love me at night, but now you don't love me anymore. Yeah. Hold on. They say.
Thank you, dancer.
They say behind every woman there's a better man. That's what Russell told me. But actually, Russell était élevé à se battre les goyim. Russell Cormier Sr. was raised fighting chickens. His daddy owned Cormier's Cockpit and Bar in Cankton, Louisiana. Let me tell you,
he didn't fight the roosters. No, he fought with me after.
It's a wonderful, listen, regardless of whether you're an animal rights activist or whatever, it was and not still is, it was a wonderful part of our culture back in the day, just like horse racing was. I'm pretty sure that Russell could tell you hundreds of stories. I've only been to a couple, and I vividly remember them, but he was born fighting chickens. And then, like Cheryl said, we fought with Cheryl all the time. So, Cheryl, it's time to do Caribou. The credits are there. Wait. Okay, we're going to have to, Russell.
What I was trying to say, if we have Mr.